about 20 minutes. You have to listen to my voice. But I am the director of Club Stunt here at Cheer Athletics St. Louis. We are the only Club Stunt program in the state of Missouri. And I also obviously coach All-Star. And you saw my high school team earlier, Ursuline Academy. So I moved here to start Stunt the Sport. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview, and what you're going to watch is a little bit of pieces of what they are going to do in their games. So all of our teams actually just came back from Michigan. Each team, we have Cadet, which is our 5 to 8 years old. They won both of their games in Michigan. They are undefeated. We've got Marine, who is our 11 to 14-year-olds. They have won 2 out of 3 games this season so far, and they are about to go down to Cheer Athletics Plano this weekend. And then we also have Midnight, which is our 14 to 18-year-olds. They will also be going down to Plano, Cheer Athletics Plano, and their record is a winning 1, and they have lost 2, but we are hopeful for this weekend. So, basically what Stunt, I'm just going to kind of guide the room. How many people have heard of Stunt the Sport? Hey, I'm doing my job. Okay, so what Stunt the Sport is, for those of you who don't know, is it takes everything that you guys have been seeing in cheerleading, competitive cheerleading so far today, and we break it up into a game. So the game consists of 4 quarters. The first quarter is their partner stunts. That's when 4 of them get together and they're in one little stunt group. The second quarter is their pyramids and tosses. So that if they are wearing blue, requires 8 of them to be on the floor. If they're wearing black, that requires 12 of them to be on the floor. Then the third quarter is jumps and tumbling. So no matter what they are wearing, only 7 of them perform on the floor at the same time. And then we've got our fourth quarter, which is like a team routine. So we combine our partner stunts, our jumps and tumbling, and our pyramids and tosses into a mini little routine. Every routine is only 30 seconds long, so they've got a lot of different plays to show you guys today. So we are going to kind of show you a little bit from each of the teams, and then I'm also going to show you some of the routines that both Marine and Midnight do the same, so you guys can see what it looks like during a real stunt game. Obviously, our middle school age and our high school age wouldn't actually play a game against each other, but we'll see. Hopefully you guys can spot the differences and decide who would end up with the point at the end of the game. So, we are going to start with our youngest and our hardest partner stunt routine. So let's give a round of applause to Cadet while they perform for the first time their partner stunt 3 routine. I don't know what they call this one. Belly flop? This one's called belly flop, apparently. Scoot them into the line. Unfortunately, you guys are going to hear the same music a lot because we've got a lot of our level 3 routines going today. So, let's give it up. Let's go, Cadet. You got this. In a normal game, they would enter the floor, they would hear a whistle, and then their music will start. got the point. If there was only one team on the floor that did it, then we would have to decide, did they have a small amount of execution errors, enough where they would still get the point? I actually think Cadet would have gotten that point. So we are going to move right along to Marine, and they are also going to perform their partner stunt 3. Head on to the floor. All right, great job, Marine, on that partner stunt 3. And we are going to move right along over here to Midnight, and they will also be performing their partner stunt 3. Let's go. Great job, Midnight. Okay, so now we're going to show you guys what a game would actually look like. So we're going to let Midnight take a small breather, but while I talk, they're going to set up, Marine is going to set up their partner stunt 2, while Midnight is going to set up their partner stunt 1. Okay? You guys can go ahead and start setting it up. While I talk, I'm going to continue talking. So, I know you guys are hearing me say all of these random numbers, 3, 2s, 1s. Okay, so in the game of stunt at this age, our little ones, Cadet, they only have 3 levels of routine. So they've got a 1, 2, and 3 of every quarter. Both Marine and Midnight have 6. Okay, so today we're showing anywhere from 4 and below. Okay, but really, when we're talking about this being their routine 2 and this being their routine 1, okay, a bunch of the routines will be the same between our middle school and high school age. It's just going to be our lower levels for our high school age and our higher levels for our middle school age. Okay, so this time you're going to see the same exact routine, just that they have 2 suckers and they have 3 suckers over here. Okay, as you get older, we are requiring more suckers to be on the floor at the same time. Marine, go ahead and step back. You guys should be in line with these other 2. All right. Now, what I want you guys to do as spectators is to look for errors. You count how many errors are on each side of the floor, and whoever ends the round with the least amount of errors wins the point. So at the end of this round, I'm going to ask you, did Marine win the point, or did Midnight win the point? You can be honest. All right, music is on. this one out to the crowd. Who thinks that Marine got that point? What about Midnight? Alright, so we could obviously see that there are some timing discrepancies between the two, that some went to a higher level than the others. Those are the things that we're looking for in this sport. The sport of stunt is all about perfecting your execution and technique of every single thing that you do in the industry of cheerleading. So, if I were officiating, that one would have gone to Midnight. We had a few timing issues over here, but this is not the last time you will see Marine and Midnight next to each other. So maybe you guys will get them next round, jumps and tumbling. So that would have been the end of quarter one in a game. We're moving right along to quarter number 2, which is our pyramids and tosses. And we are going to invite Cadet out to the floor. And they are going to show off their pyramid and toss number 2. Great job, Marine. Saw some good holds in there. And moving right along to Midnight, going to take the floor. We will see their pyramids and tosses 3, which they call jump rope. because there's 3 groups on this side and 2 groups on this side. They don't really have any of the same exact pyramids. So we're gonna skip that round where they're gonna go against each other. And we're gonna get right into jumps and tumbling. Okay, so we are going to welcome Cadet back to the floor. And they're gonna show off their jumps and tumbling too. What is this one called, Jason? Skaters? Smarties! Smarties! Right on over to Marine, and they're going to show off their routine 3 jumps and tumbling. 3. Front line, let's take a little scoot back. They're right there, that's good. They don't have their spaces on the floor like they normally would. All right, feet together. I'm going to say this out loud because I got to remember this for next weekend. What's the ending motion? Hips and high knees. Okay, thank you. All right, Midnight. They are going to show off their jumps and tumbling 4. All right, so we are going to let Midnight breathe for 1 second. And we are going to invite Marine and Midnight back to the floor, and they are going to do the same routine. So Marine will be doing their routine 1, and while Midnight will be doing their routine 2, while Midnight will be doing their routine 1. You guys can go ahead and set it up while I explain some things. So while we're looking at trying to decide, spot the difference, see what's wrong on one side versus the other. Okay, what I want you guys to also understand is there are different degrees of mistakes in this sport. So small things like timing errors or a step, that would be essentially a -1. You can do a -2 if there was a technique error that was really obvious. So for those of you in the crowd that don't know much about cheerleading and you're like, oh, that looked wrong, that was probably a -2. Then last time. Let's see if Maureen can be super clean this time. Let's go, and your music is on. All right, so I'm going to put it to the crowd again. I want to hear your input. Who thinks that Midnight got that point? Oh, that's very promising sounding. Who thinks that Maureen got that point? All right, so I'm going to let you know there are also a possibility of ties in the game of STUNT. So I did see some timing issue after we stood up from our nuggets over here and we walked in. But overall, I think that Maureen had cleaner tumbling. Those things may equal out when an official is doing their judging. So if that's the case, our referee would stand in the middle and they would put both hands out because they would both receive a point. So I think that that one was a tie, but I was leaning a little bit towards Maureen, so great job there. And then we are ending our quarter 3, moving right into quarter 4. So now these routines become 1 minute and 30 seconds instead of just 30 seconds. And they're going to do a partner step, a jumps and tumbling, and a pyramids and toss. So let's welcome Cadet back to the floor for their final performance today. And they are doing their quarter 4 routine number 1. Great job, Cadet. We are moving right along to Maureen, and they are also going to show off their quarter 4 routine 1. Moving on to our very final performance for stunts today. This is Midnight with their quarter 4 routine 2. Finally getting into the game. Last thing. It's alright, better late than never. Your music song. Thank you, Midnight. Thank you all for taking a 30-minute dive into Stunt with me. I hope that you guys look up Stunt the Sport, and if you have any questions, I am literally always at the gym, and I am always ready to talk about Stunt. I want you all to know that it is the next official emerging sport in Missouri high school. So you will see it happening in high schools all across the state, upcoming this spring. And it is now officially an NCAA sport in college. So you can expect college scholarships for your athletes that participate in STUNT. Parents, scholarships, come talk to me. Thank you guys again. Let's give it up one more time for our Club STUNT